How long has each state been voting for the same party for president? That's what we're going to find out today. It doesn't matter which side they supported. We're going to go through each state and see how many consecutive elections they've voted for the same political party. This is similar to some other videos I've done, but it's going to be a little bit different way to present the data. This time at the top, we're going to try a whole 15 different shades of green to fill out the map. So I don't think a whole lot of explanation is needed here. We're going to start with the states with the least amount of consecutive elections and go up to the most. So let's get into this. Let's start with the lowest number, 1 election. These are the states that voted for Trump in 24, but they supported Biden in 20. So their party loyalty extends just a single election. These are the swing states. We've got Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, then the 3 Rust Belt states, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. Some of these tiers are going to be empty, like the next one. There's no states that have an active streak of just 2. That means nobody voted for Trump or Biden, both in 24 and 20, but then swapped parties in 16. So we're going to go up to the next tier, 3 elections. These are the states that have been voting for the same party since 2016. We've got 2 of them in the Midwest. It's Iowa and Ohio. Then in the Southeast, it's Florida. Those 3 states supported Trump in all 3 elections, and before that, they supported Obama, which snaps their streak at 3. Let's go up to 4 elections. First, we've got another state in the Midwest. It's Indiana. Then in the Sun Belt, it's North Carolina. Both of those states have supported the Republican candidate in 4 consecutive elections. The last time they supported a Democrat was Obama in 2008. Up to the next tier, 5 consecutive elections. We've got a few more states. First is Colorado, then New Mexico, and on the East Coast, it's Virginia. Those 3 states supported the Democrats in 5 straight elections. But their streaks are snapped when you get back to 2004. That's when they supported George W. Bush for re-election. On to the next darker shade of green. We've got 6 elections. There's 1 state here. It's New Hampshire. They supported Bush in 2000, but in the 6 elections that followed, they supported the Democratic candidate. Up to 7 consecutive elections. We've got Arkansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Tennessee, and West Virginia. All 6 of those states have been voting Republican since 2000, and they did support Bill Clinton back in 96. If we go up to 8 elections, we've got 1 more state. This time, it's Montana. They supported the GOP candidate going back to 1996. Before that, in 92, their streak was snapped when they supported Bill Clinton. Up to 9 consecutive elections, and we've got a batch of blue states. On the West Coast, it's California. Then in the Midwest, it's Illinois. Then in the East Coast, it's Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. Those are some solid blue states voting for the Democrat through 1992, but their streak snaps when you go back to George H.W. Bush in 1988. Let's get into double digits now. We've got 10 consecutive elections. That's 40 years. And here we've got all blue states going back through 1984. That was the Reagan landslide, and that's what stopped these streaks. Let's kick it off in Hawaii. Then on the West Coast, it's Washington and Oregon. Then on the East Coast, we've got a few more states. First, it's Massachusetts, then Rhode Island, and finally New York. At 11 elections in a row, there's no new states. But if we go up to 12 elections, we've got 4 more states. There's some southern states in here. It's Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, and Texas. All those states supported the Republicans through 1980. But if you go back to 1976, they flipped and they voted for Jimmy Carter, the Democrat. Going up to 13 consecutive elections, we've got 1 state here. You might have guessed it, it's the longest drought for the GOP. It's Minnesota. The Dems here have won 13 consecutive elections, only being snapped by Nixon's landslide in 1972. So that's the longest active streak for the Dems. And if we go up to 14 elections, there's no new states. We've got to go up to the highest tier, 15 consecutive elections. And here we've got the final 9 states. All of them have voted Republican 15 straight times through 1968. And those states are Alaska, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma. The last president to break the streak here was Lyndon Johnson on his landslide win way back in 1964. And that's it. That's how this final map comes out. Those 9 Republican states have voted Republican 15 consecutive times. It's a very long time, but the Dems not super far behind on their longest streak. That's Minnesota at 13. And on the other end, we've got 6 of the 7 swing states, excluding North Carolina. They're kind of a swing state, but at the same time, they voted red in 4 straight elections. Florida and Ohio have voted blue more recently than North Carolina. Of these 6 states that only have an active streak of 1, it's not clear if they're going to be able to keep those streaks going or if they're going to flip back in the next election. It'd be interesting if some of these states go in one direction and the others do something different. And as for those states with an active streak of 15, it doesn't look like they're going to end anytime soon. It seems more likely that Minnesota would end its streak before any of those 9 red states. You never know how long these things can go on for. The next swing state could only be 1 or 2 elections away. Republicans are hopeful that New Jersey is that next state, while Dems are hoping that Georgia becomes more reliably blue in the future. Either way, this is just another way to visually present the data of how long states have been voting for one party or the other. So that's it. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about these 15 different shades of green? How about the 6 states that only have a streak of 1? What about the 9 states that have a streak of 15? Could any of those snap their streak over the next few elections? And let me know about any of the states in between down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to help support the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.